It's a years-long mystery that has puzzled investigators. But out here in the desert, there's a break in the case.
Once we were inside, it appeared that people just got up and walked away.
It's not considered a crime scene, right?
That's correct. It wasn't a crime scene.
What detectives uncovered that suggests the McStays may have plotted their own disappearance.
What's incredible is that we're just several hundred yards from the border. I mean, the wall's right
That's
there.
correct. Did they cross the border and go into Mexico voluntarily or involuntarily?
All his surfboards are here, so he didn't go surfing in Mexico, guys. The double stroller here, they don't go anywhere without their double stroller.
It was totally out of character as a husband and wife and family to be romping around.
What bothered me was that I found an email to Summer. I love you forever. Happy birthday, Summer, forever and ever.
And there was a question of, oh, is he following them?
And you see these text messages. These are very threatening. This is scary stuff.
Some evidence of financial things that seem shady to me.
What happened to this family?
The whole family, husband, wife, and 2 children, gone, like poof, disappeared.
Who's ever heard of an entire family going missing?
The sudden disappearance of the McStay family quickly becomes one of the most perplexing missing persons cases in memory. And the mystery starts right here on Avocado Vista Lane in sunny Fallbrook, California. And you look around and you see this quiet, quaint community where about 16 years ago, Joseph and Summer McStay drove down this very same street, proud first-time homeowners, excited to raise their 2 sons here.
There's the house.
This is the house.
The McStays' home was supposed to hold lots of happy memories for this young family. For a short time, it did. But then on February 4th, 2010, Joseph McStay, his wife Summer, their 2 young sons vanished from here without a trace.
They were living in San Clemente, California. I remember them in the little tiny apartment that they lived in. And Summer gave birth to Giovanni. And they did have their second child in this small little San Clemente apartment too. So as Summer and Joe grew their family, they outgrew the little beach place that they were living in.
When Joey moved to Fallbrook, I think he was really excited of being a homeowner.
He was ready to move into a bigger house, have a yard for the kids.
There's a decent sized yard here, for sure. Fruit trees. This is cool. Look how big the side yard is. I can do a lot over here with the boys.
I think Joseph was really on the upswing in terms of his business, his personal life, and Joseph had his own business, Earth-Inspired Products.
He sold these high-end custom water features, the type you might see in hotels and business lobbies.
He actually started his business, I think, like in his garage, designing his own features by hand. And he had a partner, Daniel Kavanaugh.
I actually made the whole website. I was able to build a site that was like the Amazon of wall fountains. And then I stuck it to the top of Google for every keyword.
In terms of his website knowledge, that was the perfect partner to get him where he needed to be in the search rankings.
As the online business was growing, Joseph hired a welder to build the custom fountains.
Chase Merritt was Joseph's fabricator on the custom side. He would weld and manufacture smaller scale water walls for Joseph.
In a video posted to the company's YouTube page, Chase is seen putting together one of his newly built water features.
Once they started doing business together, they were on the phone constantly.
On February 4th, Chase says he and Joseph met in Rancho Cucamonga, where Chase lived, and they had lunch together at a Chick-fil-A. Afterwards, Chase says that Joseph stopped returning calls or answering emails.
When Chase couldn't get a hold of Joseph that weekend, he expressed concern, like, if you can't get a hold of him, that's unusual and like we should do something. And that's when he reached out to the family.
Joseph's web designer and business partner, Dan Cavanaugh, also reached out to the family when he also could not get a hold of Joseph. But then he takes it one step further.
I just took the initiative and I just called the cops. I put a welfare check in and I was like, hey, go by this address and see if they're okay.
San Diego County Sheriff's Office deputies conduct a welfare check at the McStay home. Nobody is home at the time, but there are no signs that anything is amiss, so deputies simply follow procedure and do not go inside. And then 11 days after the family was last heard from, Joseph's brother, Michael McStay, files a missing persons report. Now, he speaks to police in a recorded interview detailing the mysterious disappearance.
Yeah, nobody's talked to Joseph since before the 4th.
Well, what brought you from trying to call him on February 4th, getting nothing?
All the friends calling me, telling me that, have you heard from Joe? What's going on?
Dennis Brugos is a retired lieutenant from the San Diego County Sheriff's Office. He oversaw the investigation, and I spoke with him outside of the home where the McStays had lived. And once those sheriff's deputies come out here, what are they looking for?
If the doors are locked from the outside, and check the windows, you look around, you go around the house.
Deputies, they don't notice anything particularly alarming. No forced entry. But they do notice that the family's beloved dogs are left unattended in the yard, barking away, haven't been fed, have no water.
And then they probably see the note pasted on the side door here from animal control, basically alerting the family that the dogs have been abandoned.
Yes.
What does that signal to the deputies?
And that raised red flags because by all accounts, they were very good pet owners. They took very good care of their dogs. And for them to do that would be completely out of character for them.
I mean, their dogs were like their second kids. They would have never done that, ever, in a million years.
Once we were inside, it appeared that people just got up and walked away. There were some perishable foods on the counter in the kitchen. As I recall, there were a couple of half-eaten bowls of popcorn in front of a television.
Is it alarming to find uncooked eggs, popcorn strewn about on the couch?
I don't know if that alone is alarming, but I mean, when you put the whole picture together, them not contacting people, the dogs, perishable food left out, then all those things together makes you think it raises the level of suspicion that something's not right.
And what do we know at this point about the McStays' vehicles?
Well, we knew that one of the vehicles was parked here in the driveway and the other one wasn't here.
The McStays' white Isuzu Trooper is missing, and inside the home there are clothes that are just strewn about.
Deputies are looking around thinking, is there something really wrong here? But given that, they still didn't see blood spatter, no signs of struggles, no walls kicked in, no broken glass.
And you look at the situation at the house, then you start looking at the family situation. Who were these people? Were they possibly targets of some criminals for some unknown reason?
And then investigators get a break in the case. The family car is found not far from here along the U.S.-Mexico border. And then a surveillance camera, just like this one, captures what appears to be a family of 4 going into Mexico. So now the question is, are the McStays running from something or someone?